Hello, my name is James Parson, and I'll be doing my speech on Ludwig Van Beethoven, and this is my audience, Sarah, Lauren, and Samantha. Ludwig Van Beethoven was born December 17, 1770. He was a German composer and pianist. Beethoven was a crucial figure in the transitional period between the classical and romantic eras in the Western classical music, and still today remains one of the most acclaimed and influential composers of all times. Born in Bonn, which was then the capital of the Electorate of Cologne and a part of the Holy Roman Empire of the German nation, which is present-day Germany. In his early 20s, Beethoven moved to Vienna and settled there. While he was there, he started to study with Joseph Haydn, and he quickly gained a reputation for being a virtuoso pianist. In the late 1790s, his hearing began to deteriorate. Even though he lost his hearing, he still continued to conduct, perform, and compose. As I said, Beethoven is widely regarded as the greatest composer who ever lived. He dominates a period of musical history in which no one has done before or since his time. Rooted in the classical traditions of great composers such as Mozart, his work reaches out to encompass the new spirit of humanism and incompetent nationalism that express the works of God and Friedrich von Schiller, which were his elder colleagues through the world of literature. He also expressed the strictly redefined moral imperatives of Kant and the ideals of the French Revolution. Beethoven had a very passionate concern for the freedoms and dignity of the individuals. Beethoven was most noted for his 9 symphonies, and each of them in themselves were a masterpiece. At the same time, each one represented a certain stage of the evolution of the musical symphonic language of Beethoven. He revealed more vividly than any of his predecessors the power of music to convey the philosophy of life without the aid of spoken text. And through all of his works, it is said to be that the strongest statement of the human will in all of his music. It is said to be the strongest statement of human will in all of his music, if not all art. Though himself he wasn't a romantic, he became the reason to characterize the work of the romantics that followed him, especially in his ideal of the program for the illustration of music, which he defined in the connection of the 6th Symphony, which was said to be more inspirational than the emotion of art. In musical form, he was considered an innovator, widening the scope of the Santana, Symphony, Concerto, and Quartet. While in his 9th symphony, he combined the words of the vocal and instrumental music in a manner that was never attempted before. I chose Ludwig van Beethoven because he is one of the world's most famous and influential composers of all time. His music has been playing all through the world for over 180 years, and that's pretty amazing when you think of the musicians today who come out with a song and it's popular for a few months, and then most of them are forgotten in a few years. He is perhaps the most famous composer of all time, and through about all of his works, he only composed about 9 symphonies. And that's incredible because when you look at composers like Haydn and Mozart combined have over 150 symphonies, they are equally as popular as he is. With Beethoven, what made Beethoven so special was his success to attempt to mold the highly ordered and developed rules of the classical period composition. Thank you.